What is up everyone and welcome back to new Pokémon Snap. Today we've got quite a special episode, or rather guide, on how to find all the Eeveelutions in this game, and more specifically get their best photos, the 4-star diamond photos, which can definitely be a little bit tedious, figuring out exactly what you've got to do to get those special behaviors. But with this guide, it should be no problem at all, so leave a like if you guys enjoy, and let me know what you think of new Pokémon Snap. Are the research tasks a little bit too vague, or do you prefer the game not telling you exactly what to do for the extra challenge? I personally like how it's gotten everyone to discuss online their different methods for capturing certain photos, so I might make a couple more videos in the future on the other rare Pokemon and interactions you can find in this game. But let's get started with the original baby, just good old unevolved Eevee, which can actually be found in multiple locations, the first being Meganium's Illumina spot. This is probably where most of you first encountered Eevee, but not where you can get its rarest picture. For that, we'll have to snap it at the research camp, which is unlocked about halfway through the story when Todd Snap pops up and suggests you try taking photos of the Pokemon right here outside the lab. From then on, you can always click the icon in the top left to access this location, but depending on the angle, you'll start from a different spot and encounter different Pokemon. The most important thing is to make sure Eevee isn't outside, because we want it to be inside the lab sleeping. So make your way all the way around the camp, and once you get near the stairs leading up to the lab, you'll want to scan and choose the alternate path, which will give us a closer look inside the professor's quarters. Here you should spot a snuggled up Eevee and Stoutland, which you'll want to wake up by scanning and tossing an Illumina orb or two. Once Eevee's awake, turn your attention to the TV and scan to release a trio of cutie flies, which you're going to want to hit with an Illumina orb each. This can be a little tricky because they're so dang small, but if you succeed, they should all gather together and join up with Eevee for a little party. Now finally, you'll want to toss one more Illumina orb and play the melody, which should prompt Eevee to sit down and bob its little head left and right, and that's when you'll want to snap that picture for the 4-star behavior. The quicker you can do those first few steps, the better, as Eevee will be much closer and you'll be able to get a diamond rating. Next up is Sylveon, the latest Eeveelution, but the one you probably encountered the earliest in new Pokemon Snap. You'll need at least Research Level 2 in Flareon Nature Park's Night Course, and a couple of steps to prepare Sylveon for its 4-star moment. First, we're gonna unleash Pinsir by scanning just once to reveal the horns, and then throwing an Illumina orb so it can burst out of the ground. Then you'll want to continuously scan the area, which will surprise a peeping Heracross down onto the ground, causing Pinsir to give it quite the awkward stare down. Fast forward to the shore where you'll encounter a sleeping Sylveon on the left side, toss an Illumina orb to wake it up, and it should flee into the forest. Nearby, you'll notice Heracross is back for round 2, and Pinsir ain't having it as they lock into an intense bug battle. But we're after Sylveon, so sing a song, or, play that ice cream truck music, and Sylveon will appear to bring peace among these rowdy boys. Get ready to take a photo right as Sylveon starts jumping in excitement for that cheerful 4-star moment. Leafeon can also be encountered quite early in the game in the Florio jungle at nighttime. Starting at Research Level 2, you'll see Leafeon from the moment you begin the level, but getting its 4-star photo will be a little more difficult. As you approach the pond area, you'll want to stick on the right path and closely follow Leafeon until it's near these Morlul. At this point, you're going to want to play that beautiful melody again. Totally never gets tiring, and Leafeon will go berserk, running right into the group of Morlul. Right as the sleep powder hits is when you want to snap that pic, because as soon as Leafeon lays down, I believe it only counts for 3, so you gotta have good timing. Alternatively, I found a much better show of Leafeon during the daytime at Research Level 3. Make your way almost to the end of the level where you'll see Liefeld resting on this rock, but an Illumina orb should get it out of the way as long as you do it early enough, which will unlock a new path for you behind the waterfall. Here you'll see Leafeon once again with an unlikely friend, and you'll immediately want to snag a picture as they're happily greeting each other for a 4-star moment. My photo was a little far, but luckily I got a second chance by hitting Sobble with a Fluff Fruit, which makes it, I don't know what it's doing to be honest, but it'll knock Leafeon right back to sleep, which counts as a 4-star photo for both Pokemon. Next, we're heading down to my favorite area, the Fire Flow Volcano. At Research Level 3 and above, Flareon should start showing up on the alternate path. Just stick to the right as soon as you enter the cave itself. Now fast forward until you reach a room of glowing blue flames, where your goal is to feed Flareon as many Fluff Fruits as you can. Now you'll want to get those snapping fingers ready, because every other Fluff Fruit, Flareon decides to get a little spicy and roast it with its flames, which is the moment you'll want to capture for that 4-star photo. As long as you don't speed through this room, you'll have plenty of time to feed the good boyo, but you'll want to be as quick as possible so you can get Flareon nice and close up to the camera for your much deserved diamond stars. Moving on to Espeon, which may very well be the trickiest Eeveelution to snag a good photo of, as you'll find this psychic cat in the Elsewhere Forest. There are many branching paths and areas here, but the beginning and middle segments are usually the same, so after you're teleported the second time, you should end up back in the foggy forest with Crystalblooms lining the right side of the path. Make the first one glow and little deerlings should come running to the light, like a fly looking to die. Warm. Yeah, warm.
No! Harry, no! Don't look at the light! I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
Further down the path, you'll see another Crystabloom, which you'll also want to make glow in the hopes of leading this deerling down the road. Just a little more ahead, you'll want to light only the back Crystabloom, as the front one could lead deerling away from the path we want it to take, so be very careful and make sure to keep lighting it until you see deerling make its way to it. This can be a bit tricky, like I said, because deerling might not always follow the light, but if you do it right, you should see it appear alongside Espeon when you light this final Crystabloom. Now get that camera ready, because you'll want to snap Espeon the moment it jumps up in excitement when Deerling's mother shows up for a heartwarming 4-star photo. The Ice-type Eeveelution Glaceon is another tricky one that can be found in the daytime version of the snowfields at Research Level 3 and above. You'll want to stay on the main path and keep an eye on those cliffs right after the Mamoswine crossing. Up here, you'll eventually spot Glaceon, but don't photograph it just yet, as it'll run away as soon as you do. No matter how close or far it is, as long as you photograph Glaceon here, it should appear once again in the last section of the level. Here's where things get really tricky, and I tried many times before finally succeeding, but you'll want to lure Glaceon onto this little island by throwing a Fluff Fruit right in the middle. I think there's a specific timing at which you have to throw the fruit, but I just kept trying until it finally worked. You can get a lot of good shots of Glaceon here, but if you throw an Illumina Orb its way, it will unleash a dazzling flurry of snow, which is the 4-star money shot you're looking for. Now I keep saying these photos are getting trickier, but honestly, Jolteon might be the sneakiest Eeveelution of them all. At Research Level 3 in Outaway Cave, we're gonna make our way until the first split in the path and choose the road down to the diamond mines. Keep your eyes down low to spot a couple of Carbinks and Mawile having a picnic. Illuminating all 3 of these Pokemon with orbs will make none other than the mythical Diancie glide onto the scene. Toss one more Illumina Orb its way and get ready for a dazzling display. Make sure to snap a picture right when it fully glows, as this will be Diancie's 4-star photo. If you thought that was enough, let me tell you, we're just getting started, as this event will open yet another branching path past the little meanie Mawile, who's actually calmed down now, so you can get a good shot of it eating a Fluff Fruit for another research task. Down this path, we'll finally make it to another underground jungle, which is the home of Jolteon, and he wasn't expecting visitors. The Zappy Doggo will stay hidden until you hit it with a Fluff Fruit to make it pop out, and he's pissed, unleashing his electricity at everything. You can also try to lure the nearby Joltik to hop on its head before hitting it for an even better shot of both Pokemon, but simply snapping a pic of it discharging will be good enough to net you those 4 stars. Okay, I'm not gonna say this one's tricky again, but let's just say it ain't easy. Umbreon can be found in the final area, the Ruins of Remembrance on Oris Island, starting at Research Level 3. As soon as you enter the first cave with the sleeping Houndoom, you'll notice a Noivern blocking the way to a tunnel. Get him to move, get out the way with an Illumina Orb, which will prompt little Salandit to come out. Throw a glowing orb at Salandit, or multiple, I'm not exactly sure how I made this work, but it should make Salandit bring a friend out the cave, which you might be surprised to find is actually Umbreon. You'll notice I barely got this to work right at the end, which is why I'm not sure if you need to hit Salandit with multiple Illumina Orbs or just one and wait, but as long as Umbreon comes out, it'll be waiting for you again near the end of the level. Right by the sleeping giant and little Natu, you'll notice Umbreon curled up, so wake that cat up with an Illumina Orb and watch the magic unfold. Get your camera ready when Absol and Umbreon get together, as this is your chance to snap its glowing rings and happy bouncing for a beautiful moment of 4-star friendship. Finally, we have Vaporeon, whom I've saved for last since it's only spotted in the evening version of the Maricopia Reef, which is only unlocked after completing the main story. As soon as you start the level, you'll see it swiftly swimming on the left side, so hit the gas pedal and catch up to it for a decent photo. Hitting it with an Illumina Orb will make it speed up even more, which I don't think is necessary, but I did just for good measure. Our 4-star moment is coming up a little past Primarina's rock, where a scan will reveal a blue hole with something lurking inside. Play that funky music and Vaporeon will immediately burst out from beneath, so be ready to snap that perfect shot of it midair for a dazzling diamond rating. Also want to note that Vaporeon returns near the very end of the course, posted up on this rock, where I'm assuming you can feed it a fluff fruit, since that's one of the research tasks, but I haven't tried this myself, so I'm not sure how many stars it's worth, but you can definitely get a 4-star when it's jumping out of the blue hole. And that is every Eeveelution 4-star photo in New Pokémon Snap. I know there's other ways you can get these. For example, Sylveon is also found in Meganium's Illumina spot, and Umbreon can be found sleeping with Xerneas in the Oris Island spot. But these are just the easiest 4-star moments that I managed to find, so I'm sure there's multiple ways for every Pokemon. Either way, I hope this guide helped you out, and if it did, make sure to drop a like down below. And let me know how you've been enjoying New Pokémon Snap. Did it live up to the hype? I've certainly had a ton of fun catching photos of Pokemon in these beautiful graphics. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.